Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel. I totally forgot to record an intro for this video, so instead you're getting a very 2010 YouTube slow-mo intro here. If you haven't stopped by my channel before, my makeup playdates are really just fun get ready with me sessions where I'm trying out some new makeup with you guys. And today I'm trying a couple new to me luxury items, and also I let Instagram pick the new mascara I was trying, so I hope you'll hang out and let's get into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, I do already have my foundation on. I don't have anything new. Oh, I did actually just buy a new one, but it's on its way, so I'll have to do that in an upcoming video. I was hoping that it would be here today, but it's not. So I just went through with a combination of my Complexion Rescue and the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream. So if you watched my recent Sephora recommendations for the holiday savings event, you'll know that I really love this one. I do like this Missha BB Cream. I guess I'm still undecided, and I always feel like adding a love to something that you're unsure about sort of just like gives you that safety net. So I do really like it. I don't have any concealer on yet because I'm gonna go through and do my eye makeup first, and since we're gonna kind of go a little more smoky, I want to just leave the option to be able to clean that up with concealer. I did put a little bit of the Urban Decay Eden eye primer on and did my brows, so nothing new there. Kind of just using the same things. Although I will say, today I stopped in at Sephora to make a return and I almost picked up the Patrick Ta Brow Wax because I was thinking of trying that instead of my Benefit Brow Gel that I really love, like the 24/7, like set it and forget it, don't have to worry. Like that's what I love using when I want a wispier brow, but it is crunchy. Like it is pretty firm. I thought that maybe the Patrick Ta Wax would be a softer option if it still has a lot of hold. So if you have tried that, let me know in the comments down below, because I was very, very close to having a new brow product, but I was like, I gotta use up some of what I have. That's really kind of what I'm trying to do right now. I mean, especially like foundations. I have so much. Like you guys, I know I talked about this in another video, but I have like 2 tubes of this on backup, and I need to get through them. And you know, since I am wearing a mask all the time at work, I don't actually put on any foundation, so it's gonna take me a while. So I need to calm myself, and it's the same with brow products. I have so many brow products to use up, so I'm not really planning on buying much new in brows, but that wax looked like something that I might really enjoy. So let me know, like I said, if I should pick it up. Wow guys, that was a really rambly, like all over the place start to this video, so I apologize to those of you that are new. I promise usually I'm not quite so wordy, but I do have a new lip product to try. I actually have a couple new lip products to try, but I really want to try out this Petal Pout lip mask from Flower Beauty. I got this, I think actually as a freebie in an order that I did, and I really could use the help. You guys, my lips are so bad right now. Like, I don't know what it is. I know I said in a couple videos ago like that they were dry, but now they're like actually like peeling off. I think it was a combination of being outside without protection, and then I had some really salty snacks the other night, so I don't think that that helped. Like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see when we zoom in, but I actually have like cracks. So I thought that maybe this would be a good way to start out our application of makeup. So this is the shade Nectar, and it does say that these do have a little bit of a color, like it's a treatment with a bit of color. And then if you guys can see, it has these little openings where the mask will come out, and then it has a plastic top. I thought it might be more silicone-y like the Bite lip glosses, but it's actually just hard plastic. So I'm gonna give this some cranks here. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Hope I'm not breaking it. Nope, here we go. Okay, it's coming out. All right, so this looks like a kind of balm. Oh yeah, it's like a, this is not what I thought it was going to be. It is more balmy. It's not glossy. I mean, it has a shine to it, but it really feels more like a balm. Like, I would say that this feels like a hybrid between the Bite Agave mask and then the Bite lip balm. And I have not tried the reformulated Bite lip balm formula. I love the original lip balm, like the one that still had the beeswax in it. That is like my ride or die, and honestly, that's something that I've been pulling out lately because I feel like some of these other lip balms I've been using just have not been cutting it for me. So I pulled that one back out, so hopefully using that it'll help me, because it just feels more protective because of that like waxy seal. But this feels like a little mix between the Agave mask and then the Agave balm. And honestly, that shade, I don't know what other shades they had, but this one is It's just like a kind of like peachy nude. This is gonna look like clear on pretty much everybody. I mean, unless you have the palest of pale lips, I don't think this will even show up. I was hoping to film the lipstick tag or lipstick wardrobe video. I saw Kara over at Beauty and the Frizz do it. I thought it would be super fun, and I loved how she like actually put on each lip color. But I was like, there is no way I can like take on and off 10 lip colors today. Like my lips will just be screaming at me. So I'm not gonna do that one. I am actually gonna be doing a different tag today that I will be putting up in collaboration with another wonderful YouTuber here. So I'm excited for that one. So I'm gonna do that one. We'll have to wait on the lips. All right, enough about my lips. Today I'm gonna be trying out a couple eye products that are not necessarily new, but it's a brand that's completely new to me. And this is the Danessa Myricks. These are the Color Fix liquid shadows, or cream shadows. So I got these on Beautylish. I did not get them during the sale because I actually picked them up when I got my first 2 Wayne Goss blush palettes. So I heard some really great things about these. I think hear from Amanda Z on YouTube. I'm gonna link her channel down below. First of all, if you aren't watching her and you love a more like natural skin finish look and like more soft makeup, you definitely should be checking her out. I love her. I've been watching her, gosh, probably since she had like 500, 1,000 subscribers. So this is a brand from Danessa Myricks, the makeup artist. And you guys, first of all, these shadows come in several different finishes and so many colors. Like there were some crazy beautiful, like bright colors, some beautiful shimmers. Now I think I did get 2 different formulas because there are like some glossy ones, there's some foils. So I have one that says it's a foil liquid glitter and then one that says it's a cream color. So I'm gonna swatch these for you now, swatch them. And we're gonna start with the iconic shade. This is Cream Color Metallic Liquid Pigment. And the nice thing about these is these can actually be lip, cheek, and eye colors. So both of these shades I will be using as eye shades, but I guess I could actually like use the more goldy one as a lip glitter. Although, my lips were not meant for lip glitter. And then we have Nebula, which is the more, I just squeezed out like enough to put on like my whole family. You guys, okay. Well, yeah, shoot. This one is a little bit more like liquidy than the other one. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna like wipe some of this off, pop it on a towel, and then we'll like spread this out. So a little bit of these is gonna go a long way. Dang it, I just used so much. Okay, so you guys can see here, those are super pretty. Now, I do think that this foil one, I don't know if it's just because there's like gobs and gobs of it, but it seems more wet looking, whereas this one down here, while they both have like a glittery finish to them, it doesn't seem quite as like wet finish. Like to me, this is what most metallics would look like if you used it on a wet brush. I mean, it's gonna be beautiful for like a wonderful like smoky eye, but I think what I'm gonna do is go through with this gold one. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I guess I thought that this one was more like khaki, but it's definitely more of that like just your basic kind of like gunmetal shade. That's the thing about buying things online, you know, when you can't swatch them, is you're sort of at the mercy of the online swatches. And honestly, I don't know why I was in such a panic. It's probably because I decided to get these kind of like last minute, and I was worried that Wayne's blushes would sell out in the shades that I wanted. So I probably just like threw a couple in my cart and called it a day. So what I'm gonna do to use this gold Nebula shade is go through, and I'll also be using the 3 matte colors from the Sydney Grace Behind the Beauty bundle. So I will go ahead and be playing with those because obviously we'll need a little more than just this one shadow. Now, if you are curious about these shadows, I did actually do a video on this bundle. I will link it up here. The bundle itself isn't available anymore, but you can get each of the shades individually, and I highly recommend it. So you can check that out. So again, I'm just gonna use a combination of these and this foiled shadow. So first, I think what I'll probably do is just lay down a bit of a like base and transition, and then maybe we'll do a little more detailing afterwards. So let's get right into that. And I guess I should also mention that one of the other new things that I got were these Fenty Beauty eye brushes. Now, I got these in the Boxy pop-up shop because I have this Fenty Beauty powder brush. This is the 170 setting brush, and I love this brush. So when I saw these in the pop-up shop for like $5 or $6 a piece, I really wanted to give them a try. I have the 200 eyeshadow and then the 230 blending. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed in the way that the hairs are on this one because they're kind of like snaggled on this one side, but I'll deal with that. I don't know. I'm on the fence so far as when I started like feeling them, so no judgment yet. So I'm gonna try to use both of these today and then pull in some other brushes as they're needed. So we'll see how these are. Okay, so I'm really loving the space. You guys, these shadows, like seriously. So this is just using 2 of the shadows from that Behind the Beauty bundle. Sydney Gray shadows cannot be beat. I love them, love them. Now you might have noticed I snuck in another brush because I really wanted something that has a little bit more like fluffy blending capability. So I pulled out my brand new Wayne Goss number 3. Now these are not new brushes to me by any means. This is the 3 and the 4. You guys know that if you've been watching my channel for a while, Wayne Goss brushes, eye brushes especially, are like a true love of mine. Now I was not planning on picking up more brushes. I actually wasn't planning on getting anything from the Beautylish sale, but I saw that Wayne posted that Beautylish was offering a free lipstick in the shade Dahlia, I believe. I'll have to check that. I do have it to show you guys, but with any $75 purchase. And I'd been thinking about getting this. I was gonna wait until spring, summer, just because I'm definitely not tan enough for it now, but I'm totally eating my words. But now, if you guys watch my review of these weightless veil blushes, you'll know that I said that I wasn't going to get Bright Poppy because I truly don't think that I'm gonna be able to use this highlighter. But when I did the cost breakdown, and you guys can go check out that video if you want to, I honestly thought that it would be still worth it just to get this blush. And no regrets. I have no regrets, but I thought, well, okay, if I can get one of his lipsticks for free, I might as well get it now, and I can always use more good eye brushes. So totally did that. I mean, it's not like I'm wearing a lot of lipstick these days, but I really would like to try Wayne's lipstick formula. So we are going to be using this one later today, but yeah, so that's why I bought those brushes. Now, talking about brushes, just some first impressions on these Fenty brushes. Now, I will definitely have to reserve my opinions until I try these brushes without using the Urban Decay primer, because I definitely find that that primer, especially if you don't set it with powder, can really like make brushes skip and shadows can skip, because I did notice a little bit of like a drag, and I know that it's not the Sydney Gray shadows because I use those all the time, so it could be the primer. So this flat-ish brush, I just find that it's like almost, I guess it would be really quick and easy for like a one and done shadow look, because you could honestly use this as your like flat shader and then almost like use it to buff. But I feel like it's almost a little big for a flat shader, especially if you have smaller eyelids. The blending brush, to me, it's not quite, I guess it's like loose enough to be a blender, but it's not like super fluffy. So it'll give you a little bit of a blend, but not like a blowout, if that makes sense, which is why I had to pull in the number 3, because I felt like I needed something that just had a little bit more like to it. So, I mean, I'm really not one who would ever get a look done with 2 eye brushes. I'm just a little extra like that, so that's just my opinions on that. I mean, these definitely weren't scratchy, which is nice. I mean, they're no Wayne Goss, but they weren't like Morphe. So these, if you did get them through Boxy, or if you can still get them, or you find them at Sephora, and I just love how pretty they are. Like, in all honesty, that was one of the reasons that I picked them up, especially at that price. So I will keep you guys updated. If I have used these a couple more times before I upload this video, I'll just like leave a little pinned comment so that I can let you guys know. All right, now we get to go through with the fun part, which is going to be the glitter. I probably should have saved some of that big like of that Nebula shade, because it probably wouldn't have dried yet. I will say I used a makeup wipe to get this off, and I did have to scrub pretty good. So these definitely are waterproof. So if you have like oily lids, or you tend to get a lot of creasing, this is probably going to be great for you. So I'm being smart this time, and I'm not even squeezing this tube open. I'm just like letting gravity do the work. I'm gonna go through with this. This is just like a brush that I think I got from BoxyCharm. It's called Lavish. It was in like a little rainbow set. I just wanted something synthetic to be able to use. I try not to use my natural hair with products that are super, super waterproof, just because I find that it's just a little harsh on them. Now, you could certainly, of course, go through with your fingers if you aren't team no fingers like me, but I am, and I'm not doing that. Now, I definitely think that this is a product, once you lay it down, you don't want to move it around a lot. Like, I mean, obviously blend it out, but don't like try to keep buffing it, because I think it does dry pretty quick, and the more you touch it, it's probably gonna start like flaking, because this to me feels like paint almost. Like, it definitely puts a layer down. And obviously when I use the other shade, I can let you know if like the formula and the consistency seem different, but I definitely think that like once this is here, you shouldn't touch it too much. I can zoom you guys in just a little bit so that you can see, but whoa, I mean, check out how like foiled that is. So pretty. So what I am going to do to just like soften that halo a little bit is go back through with that Fenty, the like quote unquote flat shader. What do they call this? Just the eyeshadow brush? Yeah, the eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that same shade that I had on here and just tap over the outside. Yeah, that just gave like the edges a little bit of a blur. I'm okay with like the top part having a little bit more of like a cut, if you will, but I wanted something that didn't just look like I went like and then was done. So just blurring out those edges a little bit. Yeah, wow, you guys, like that is super pretty, like just very, very foiled. And for some reason, it's given me like the feeling of like Wonder Woman. That's just how I'm feeling right now. Okay, maybe it's like the red. I don't know. It does bother me though that I'm wearing like silver jewelry and I just put gold on my eyes. I did go ahead and go through with just the tiniest bit of concealer, like just under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose to kind of like help with the redness. I used the Kaja Don't Settle Concealer. Now I did haul this in one of my many recent hauls, but you guys, I am like really on the fence with this because I think I like the look of it, and then it like kind of like slides around, and it says that it's the Don't Settle concealer. Like, I think it even said like you don't have to set it, maybe, but I definitely have to set this one. And I think that it really, like the last time I wore this, I was getting weird settling in the corners of my nose, and I think I talked about it in the video, and I wasn't sure if it was the foundation or if it was the concealer. And then I also noticed that my eyelids creased like a mother. This is the last time I'm going to try this one. It's sort of on the chopping block. We'll see how it goes. Again, I will update you about that. The other product that I use is actually new to me. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Double Life. Obviously, these are not new pencils by any means, but I just want to show you the shade. This is like a really pretty, like metallic copper, like coppery brown. So I just worked it into my waterline and then like smudged it down with a pencil brush and just like blended in with that transition shade, like the lightest shade that I used on my eyes. So very quick and easy. I'm gonna hold off on mascara because I actually wasn't sure which new mascara to try. I had 4 different options that I just threw up on Instagram to see what everybody wanted to see, because I really want to try a new mascara. I have tons and tons of mascaras that I've gotten like free samples of, or gotten the ridiculously overpriced little perks at Sephora. So I just threw that up on Instagram to see which one you guys wanted to see. So I'm gonna hold off until the end to pop that on, just so that I have more time for those votes to generate. So now we'll go ahead and go through with the rest of our face. All right, now here's one that I'm really excited to try. If you guys saw my recent haul from the Sephora Friends and Family sale, you'll know that I picked up a couple of the Charlotte Tilbury cream products. We have the Hollywood Contour Wand right here. I'm really excited to try this. You'll also know that I was pretty disappointed when I realized just how little product there actually is in here. I know that that's something that is said about this. I mean, sometimes you just don't know until you know. I'm just using the side of my BK Beauty 101 brush just to blend this out a little bit. So, I mean, Charlotte Tilbury products just always get me. They get me with the packaging. It looks so pretty. It's just like that kind of like glam feeling. This looks really good. Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess I didn't really need to use a whole lot of product. Okay, you guys, this looks really nice. Like, I feel like this could be a very, like, foolproof product. I'm gonna actually just zoom you guys out a little bit. I just realized I didn't do that after the eyes. So now we can just get, like, a little bit more of a picturesque view. Not a picturesque view. Geez, Kelly, that sounds like you're, like, totally complimenting yourself. Now we can get a full picture view. There we go. Yeah, that looks really pretty and really natural. Wow, we will see how long this lasts. If it lasts for a long time, I think I'm gonna be pretty happy. All right, why don't we just go ahead and go through with a little bronzer too. I'm gonna go through with this like teeny tiny NARS Laguna. I saw somebody mentioning Laguna the other day. I can't remember who was talking about Laguna. Was it Britt Clark? I don't know, but I was watching somebody's video and they were talking about Laguna and I was like, yeah, you know what? Laguna is such a nice bronzer and it's one of those like kind of, I wouldn't say underrated because it was definitely like super popular. I feel like now it's just so overlooked because, you know, there have been so many bronzers that have come out since Laguna did. I do think that this is such a beautiful one for like fair to medium skin tones, just because it doesn't have any warmth to it. Like it's a very, very neutral, almost leaning cool. Like I think that this could be a bronzer on a lot of people. And it's not like super pigmented. So if you are new to bronzer, I think that this is a really nice one because you don't have to worry about like getting it too much on because you can really like layer it up nicely. And especially since I might have one more like cream product I want to use, I want the rest of my powders to be fairly lightweight. Okay, you guys, it is time. It is time to bust this out. I'm very excited. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go through with the Golden Glow highlight first and then put the blush over the top. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you guys so that you can see them. So we have the blush shade Sunny and then we have the Golden Glow highlight right there. I do think that that is just gonna be too dark for my skin, but we'll give it a go. Doing it for you guys. So I'm just gonna go through with my tried and true highlighter brush. This is the Morphe 510. This is like the only Morphe brush that I enjoy. And I'm just gonna dust this on. Yep. Okay, so I just want to take a naked brush. Let's take something that doesn't have any color on it. So I'm going to take the Refer number 4 and just buff this out a little bit. So I talked about this in my video and exactly what I thought would happen is what happened. So probably from the side here, it looks, and I can't see because, you know, it's over there. So this has a really nice like golden cast to it. Now I am already getting to be my like winter shade because I just haven't had much time to be out in the sun, the little bit that we've had here in Wisconsin lately. So when it's directly hitting the light, it does have a nice sheen to it. It also like almost like gives a bit of like a bronzed look. But when I come this way, because of the tint and like it's almost like what it looks like in the pan. So it's nice and shiny and light, but then when I tilt it away from the light, it gets pretty deep, and that's just what happens with metallics. So now here it looks almost like recessed. So it almost like sinks in my cheek a little bit. So that's exactly what I thought would happen. I mean, I will definitely enjoy using this as a beautiful eyeshadow. I think I will actually use a little bit on my inner corner if I can keep it looking light enough. I don't know. I'm gonna try that out a little bit. Let's go ahead and we'll go through with a Refer 3 brush and just pop a little bit of this inside. Now, this is obviously darker than the shade we have on the center of our lid, that metallic, but I think this is still kind of a fun way to like draw the eye. So why not, right? We're just playing with makeup. That's exactly why I call these little sessions makeup play date. Okay, I don't mind that. I mean, I definitely think that it will be a really beautiful over the lid shade, and as long as I like this blush color, I'm not really upset about that. It's exactly what I thought would happen, and I sort of was almost just doing it to prove myself right. To myself, like not to you guys, but I was just like, I'm pretty sure that I'm right about this highlighter not actually working on all skin tones. And as much as I love Wayne, like there is no way that anybody that's like my skin tone or lighter is really going to be able to wear this. It just isn't possible. Okay, so I just can't decide like if I want to try to like cover up some of that highlight. Okay, I think I'm gonna just take some of my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue and like tap this over the top to see if I can like blur out some of that highlight, and then we'll go through with this blush. I went back through with a little bit of the Bare Minerals and then just very lightly, like it actually still feels a little bit tacky, but I just set that down with the Hourglass Veil Powder, which is the same powder that I used under my eyes, which is the same one I pretty much always use. So now why don't we go ahead and try out that blush shade. Again, this is the shade Sunny. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. Now I will say, I do think if you like a very sheeny blush, taking a little bit of that Golden Glow highlighter and popping it into Sunny would work really nicely. I'm definitely gonna really enjoy this blush come summertime. And like I said, I had almost talked myself into buying this in the spring, and then with the free lipstick offer, I was like, well, okay, between that and the Beautylish gift card, you might as well do it now. I really like it. I do definitely think it's a bit pigmented for my skin right now, which is totally fine. I mean, even with using the 14 from Wayne Goss, which is like my favorite, like fluffy, beautiful blush brush, it got a little intense, but it's okay. So I definitely think, you know, if I didn't have quite an intense eye look on, I wouldn't mind like more blush, but I wanted to be pretty light-handed with this, but it is a very beautiful color. It's going to be really pretty for summer, like I said. Now I'm gonna go through with another Charlotte Tilbury that I was very excited about. This is the Glowgasm wand. I did get it in Peachgasm. I'm very excited to try this out. I'm hoping, again, that it's not gonna be too dark for my fair, like fall winter skin, but this is obviously the same like mechanics as the contour wand. All right, so I'm actually just gonna tap this directly on and then buff that in. I do kind of wonder if this is going to be more of a like blush on me rather than a highlighter. And I had both this one and Pillow Talk in my like wish list, and I decided to get this one because I thought it was the most unlike any of the other cream highlights that I have. I feel like it goes really well with this blush, but it's definitely not like really light, but it does give a beautiful sheen. That is like some like fun, sexy summer vibes. I don't feel like it's maybe coming off on camera as like pigmented as it is. I feel like that Peachgasm has quite a bit of glow to it. Like I definitely think I could get away with wearing that as like a glowy blush. It almost looks like multi-chrome. That's really pretty. Does anybody else have that? Or is it just because my skin is so fair that it like shows up more on me? Anyway, I'm very much liking this. All right, why don't we go ahead and set our face. Now I am going to go through with a new to me setting spray. This is the Maracuja Miracle Mist from Tarte. I have been really wanting to try this one because in all honesty, I do really like the Morphe setting spray just because I do like the like finer aerosol mist, but I'm not really a Morphe girl, so I wanted to find something that sort of had that dispersion system, but is hopefully not Morphe. So I'm gonna give this one a go, and then we can go ahead and see which mascara I'm gonna be applying. Oh, you guys. Okay, I may, if this stays looking nice, I may have found my new favorite setting spray. You guys, this has such a fine, fine mist, and it doesn't really have a scent. I feel revived. Honestly, I was feeling a little like crispy, crunchy. So I got this through the Boxy pop-up, and now I'm wishing I'd ordered like 20 more. No, not 20. I'm not doing that whole like makeup hoarding thing anymore. I said I wasn't going to do that, but maybe like 1 extra. All right, this is vegan, waterproof. It says it sets makeup for 16 hours. So this of course has maracuja oil, which helps deliver firmer, brighter, smoother looking skin, rose flower water, cucumber fruit water, and papaya extract. And this is $23 for this spray. You guys know that the Tarte Stay Spray is probably like my favorite setting spray right now. Like the Urban Decay is probably my favorite, but the Tarte one is a little less, and I think that it does just as good of a job. So this one though, it's definitely more like hydrating, glowy looking. Like, I mean, I kind of went ham with it, but I can see that it's just sort of like brought some life back to my skin. Okay, have I been like sleeping on this? I know this is not a new product. Have you guys tried this? Like, hello, I am now wishing that I had bought more. So the 4 mascaras that I had laid out on Instagram are the Kevyn Aucoin Everyday Mascara, nope, Expert Mascara, and then the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye, the Marc Jacobs At Lashed, and the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. Like none of those other than like the Marc Jacobs one are, you know, newer. So the one that won was the Kevyn Aucoin. So we are going to pull that out and give that a go. Here we have the mascara itself in a beautiful, just like simple glam tube. They have it on Beautylish, and this mascara is listed for $32. Now, what the brand site says that it has a weightless formula that's buildable and leaves lashes their fullest while being soft to the touch, even after multiple applications. It's formulated with Japanese camellia oil to fortify lashes and make them more elastic and resilient. This exclusive 2-sided brush was designed to mirror Kevyn Aucoin's unique sweeping mascara technique of lashes outward and upward. The arched top side is perfect for thickening and separating, while the defined underside lifts and lengthens for a full faux lash look. Outward and upward, which is usually how I like to do it for like more cat eye swept. So you use the arched top side to thicken and separate, and then the defined underside to lift and lengthen. All right, I'm pretty sure, I hope that's the order that's supposed to go in. That's what it says on the brand website. That's what we're gonna do. So, okay, so this automatically looks like a bit more of a thick, like drier formula. It's not super wet, so you can see this arched part. So I think we're supposed to go in with that first and then do the other side. So I'm gonna curl my lashes. I just wanted to like pop that open real quick, but we'll curl and then we'll apply. And this is also why I didn't really put a lot of that liner on my upper lashes. Like I did use a little bit of that Urban Decay just like out in the very corner, but I really wanted to see like how the mascara performs. And I feel like if you put too much liner on, it's sort of hard to tell. So we'll go ahead and go through. I will say I'm not usually much of a like dry formula fan. I think $32 is the priciest mascara I've ever tried. So we're gonna take the arched side first and do upward and outward strokes. Now, when I apply mascara, I almost use like my eyelid to like press down and into the mascara wand. I just feel like you get like more of a coat that way. So it's funny how the Beautylish website said that like you get everything from one coat that you would out of 2 or whatever, when really you are doing 2 coats. You're just doing it in one application with one brush. But now I'm using that other side to quote unquote lift and lengthen according to the brand. Okay, I'm gonna do the lower lashes, and I'm just gonna use the like flattish side. Wow, I will say this is the like thickest my lower lashes have looked in a while. I mean, I usually, like I have pretty long lower lashes and I don't really go through with a ton of mascara on them because I don't want it smudging everywhere, but that's pretty thick. Okay, so this is not listed as waterproof. Let me pull you guys in. What do we think? So I don't know if you guys will even be able to see. Now I have fairly long lashes, but they don't have like a crazy ton of volume or a crazy ton of curl. I like it. I mean, it's not like blowing my skirt up or anything, but I like it. So, all right, so here we have our final eyes. First impressions on the mascara. If you like a very like full volumized look, I think that you would really like this. Of course, the biggest thing is gonna be seeing how it wears. Like if it smudges under my eye. Now, I definitely will have to try it with another concealer because if this concealer is kind of like moving all over the place, I wouldn't be surprised if it smudges. So I'll make sure to use this mascara again tomorrow. That way I can leave that in that pinned comment with like updates on all the products that I'm using in this video. I hope you guys find that helpful. I hope I can remember to do something that hopefully you guys find helpful. So I will really try to put that pinned comment in, and then that way you guys can be updated, because it doesn't matter how beautiful a mascara looks when you put it on. If it's like all over your face halfway through the day, what does it matter, right? So I think, you know, it definitely made them really full. Now, I really like a very like long, wispy, like even if it has volume, I still want it to be very separated. So that's usually why I always go through with that telescopic carbon black first for like one coat and then go through with this. So I might try that and then just do this mascara on the bottoms tomorrow to see how I like that combination. I mean, it seems very weird to be putting like a $9 mascara under a $32 one, but if that's what works for me, it's what works for me. The only thing is with this starting out so dry, I'm worried that in like a month, it's gonna be like super dry and flaky. So we will see. Again, I'll keep you like updated. Maybe that'll be in a review roundup. All right, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm kind of like rambling all over the place in this video. I guess maybe between like Jeremy working in the garage and me trying to like speak in between like saws going and everything, it's getting a little hectic in here. So I'm sorry if this video isn't quite as poised as usual, but we're getting through this. I just wanted to play with some makeup. Now we're going to go through and finish up with our lips. I have this Major Glow Lip Shine from Patrick Ta. This came in a little set of lipsticks that I got, well actually lip glosses that I got. I thought that this would work really well. It'll give us a little like shimmer, but you know, not be too much to draw away from the eyes and the cheeks that we have going. So I'm gonna go through with this Ace Beauty lip liner. I think I just hauled this one recently. This is the shade Be Peachy. It's not really peachy, it's more of like a, I mean, I guess a peachy brown, but I thought this would be really nice. And then we'll just go over the top with Patrick Ta. I haven't tried anything from Patrick Ta other than the blushes, so I'm very excited to give this a go. So if you like a lip liner that is like really nice and smooth, not drying, like this Ace Beauty pencil is super nice, and I like that it's got a little sharpener on the one side. Now obviously I'm going right over that balm that I had on, so that's probably helping, but I did notice when I used it in my Beauty for a Cause video that I really did like the feel of this, and they had some pretty colors. So definitely excited to be using this one more. This is like, for me, a perfect like darker brownie nude. I am, because I'm that person that like hates it when lip glosses start to look really gunky inside. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my finger and then like tap it in over the top. You guys, I think I've like used my fingers twice in this video. I mean, who am I, right? So this color is basically clear. It's like clear with a few flecks of, it actually looks like more like silvery glitter, but I don't think that it's gonna show up super silvery on the lips. Smells really good. It reminds me, it's a little minty. Kind of reminds me of like Thin Mint cookies. Like a little, like a mix between vanilla and chocolate with some mint. Yeah. Now I do really like this applicator. I think that, you know, if I got this in a shade where I would just be like swiping it over, I could see this being a really nice applicator on the lips. I hate that when, you know, you put a lip gloss over like a lipstick or a lip pencil and it's a light color like this, so then eventually it just looks like so murky and gross in the tube. Blah. So fingers it is, so we don't get a murky tube. What can I say? All right, guys, here we have the finished look. I'm pretty pleased. I mean, I definitely had some standout products. I will say, I mean, obviously the Tarte setting spray, the Maracuja mist is definitely like the number one. I can't believe how much I like this. Like, if it does keep my makeup lasting as long as my other spray does, I think I'm really gonna like this. This is already coming to the top of my list. It's gonna come right over here and live with all of my other things right over here. So I'm gonna set that there so I can figure out which one's getting booted out. And let's see, what else? Oh, the eye foil for sure. Like, this is really pretty. I had a lot of fun playing with it. I love cream shadows. I think that they're such like a fun, quick, easy way to get a bit of a different look. And mean, this has lasted quite a while. Like, I've been sitting here playing with makeup for quite a while now, so this looks really beautiful. I'm very interested in trying some of the other formulas and the other shades. So let me know if you've tried these. If you have a shade that you really love, let me know down below. Honestly, I really, really like these. I mean, I'm not that surprised. Charlotte Tilbury, like, she makes you feel like a bougie bee, and I'm here for it. Like, these are really pretty. It looks really nice on the skin. While I'm probably gonna refrain, because right now the Sephora VIB sale is going on, or the Sephora holiday savings event they're calling it, I'm probably gonna refrain from getting that Pillow Talk shade just because I really need to like declutter. Jeremy and I are moving. I really need to try to keep down my like stash here. So I'm gonna make sure to either declutter or use up a couple cream highlighters before I go buying any more, but I'm definitely glad to have this one. The contour one is amazing. There's not much product in here, but I'm hoping that with as little as I needed, it'll last a long time. So let me know if you guys have this, if it's lasted a while for you. I guess, I mean, this isn't like a dud, it's not a negative, but especially because I knew this is what was gonna happen, but I am maybe a little disappointed that I didn't prove myself wrong with this one. I don't know. I mean, I knew that it was gonna be too dark for me, but I wanted to try it and I wanted to show you guys. You guys can let me know what you think, but I think it's too dark. I definitely like the blush, and again, this is gonna make a great eyeshadow. If you look at the price breakdown in my video, compared to some brands that are like along that same tier, the price breakdown is really not bad at all. So if I never touched this highlighter, I'd still be happy as long as I love the blush, and I do, so I'll be excited to use that one. So I wanna thank you guys for hanging out with me today for this makeup play date. Let me know if you enjoy these. I mean, I enjoy sitting down and just trying some new things with you guys. And I will, of course, like I mentioned, leave a pinned comment letting you know the update on how these things wore throughout the day. If my opinion has changed at all, like if I'm like, oh no, I know that I love that blush, but it totally went weird on me or whatever. So that way you guys can know how I'm feeling with these. I mean, this is really just a first impressions, but I'm sure you'll be seeing some of these in future videos. So I want to thank you again for taking the time out of your life to come watch my video here. It really does mean a lot to me. And a big thank you to all of you that are subscribed currently and here supporting my channel. Like, that has meant so much to me to have hit that 500 mark. I know that's a very like small milestone, but it's big for me. So thank you guys. If you haven't subscribed, I'd encourage you to join us here. We have a lot of fun content coming up, so don't miss it. You can subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will see you really soon.